Hello everybody, welcome to the Paint the Picture podcast. Today we're here with Billy Chambers.
It's good.
And he is here to paint his picture. Oh, yeah. And as you probably saw the Solomon interview.
Yeah.
You're good friends with Solomon Hill, right?
Yeah, I'm a podcast fan. So.
Podcast fan?
Yes.
Oh.
So I saw that and I was like, listen to that.
That makes me glad.
For sure.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you. I start off every interview with this. I'm going to do a cool snippet at the end of the season.
Yep.
But if you could eat as much food as you want and not get full or fat, what food would that be?
Oh, God. Pizza, probably.
Pizza, okay.
Actually, because recently I realized how bad pasta is for you, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it any different from, like, pizza, though, or?
It's, like, pretty much this. It's just, like, a bunch of wheat. It's basically like eating a bunch of bread, like, pretty much. Okay. So, basically, I realized, and, like, my family is, like, Italian, so, like, they make a lot of, like, pasta and stuff, dude, so...
Yeah.
That's my guilty pleasure. I'd probably have to eat that for the rest of my life if I didn't get fat.
Yeah, I mean that's like a smart choice actually.
Exactly.
What kind of pasta?
Oh god, that's even tougher.
Because I would say lasagna if I had to choose like any type of pasta I like specifically.
Lasagna's fire. Any type of like linguine. I like.
Okay.
Man, it's so hard. Penne alla vodka with chicken is really good.
I don't think I've ever had that before.
Or like carbonara is really good with like some pancetta. I like to cook a lot too.
Okay, that's cool.
I used to like work in a catering restaurant as like a sous chef for like a year. So I had to wake up early as shit.
Was that when you were still in high school or?
That was like right out of high school because like
gotcha.
All my friends went to college and I was like, this was at the time where like. Well, I actually prior like worked in a liquor store for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking time. But like after I just got tired of that shit because it was just like lifting and stacking boxes and just like stocking shelves all day. So like my mom's friend owns a catering company and I used to work there when I was like a kid. So like I started working there after that just because like my parents like made me keep a job when I was like after high school. Just because like they didn't want me at home, even though I was like trying to make music as much as possible.
That makes sense, yeah.
But so basically, I got that job, and I fucking hated it because like I just had to wake up super early every day. Sorry, I keep fucking bumping into this thing. I had to wake up super early every day and just like do like the shit work of the chef, just like chop everything and like none of the fun shit at first, but then like later on I got into cooking and then down the road like a few months later like I came to work on like acid from like the night before and I was just like tweaking, broke like a fucking $100 plate and like some other shit and my boss was just so heated at me. Then he just like stopped scheduling me. That was like the last time I had a job up until like for the last like 4 years or something. Like 5 years, I don't even know when that was. But my mom just like stopped tweaking. I was like, Mom, I'm not getting another job. I'm working on music. And she was just like, all right. And she's an angel for that because I don't know how many people's parents would let them just like chill, eat food, and just like smoke a bunch of weed in their house and just like. That
sounds like the chillest mom award right there.
She is. I love her to death. I love you, Mama. Okay,
wait. So that's actually really cool because I feel like most people your age, like even my age, that's a skill no one really is really good at right now. Cooking, like. I spend so much money in just going out just because I don't know what to do in the kitchen or I'm just too lazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So the fact that you enjoy it must be like really good for your body.
Sometimes, you know, everyone gets lazy.
Yeah.
And I'll make some stupid choices and go out. But like really cooking is like the financially and like healthy way to do it. So
what is your like go-to meal you cook?
Right now probably like because I'm on like a keto diet.
Okay.
Probably like a sweet potato and like a T-bone steak, like a pound steak. Just like cook that up, and probably not every night because I'm not home every night. But like that's probably like basic. Or I'll have like a chicken salad or anything. I need to add some greens to it.
Gotcha. So, well, can you expand more on that diet? I know I saw your tweet the other day about you like quitting sugar and like how hard it is. So like, is that diet just about cutting out sugar, or what is that?
So basically, like if you know about like the keto diet, it's like no sugar, no carbs, and all like healthy fats and protein and
Okay.
lipids and stuff like that. So basically, my body was running off sugar because I was like drinking soda every day, like eating candy, like any chance I got to eat something sugary, I like was loving it. And I never got like fat or anything, but I got this little pouch and that shit pissed me off because like I was like, I'm not gonna get out of shape right now, dog. Like, so I saw that and that was enough motivation for me to be like, all right, this sugar. And I just had no energy either.
Yeah.
That shit was killing my energy levels because your body's not supposed to run on sugar. So basically, I said fuck the sugar, fuck the like chips, and like just like you don't need shit. It's not helping you. It's not giving you any energy or not giving you anything healthy to your body contributing. So I just said fuck all that shit, kicked it out, and I've just been like eating healthier, eating like greens, no sugar, no carbs, just healthy lipids and fats, and like fatty meats and steaks and stuff like that.
Have you always been this in tune about how healthy things are, like as far as like understanding how carbs work inside dieting and everything?
I've never really like cared about my health until now. Like I always like low-key did, but like not to the point where I was like waking up in the morning like really on a schedule where I'm not about to like fuck my day up by eating something bad in the morning. Like so I would like, if I like before I started doing this, I didn't give a fuck. I'd wake up and just eat ice cream, and I'd like go the rest of my day and like wonder why I'm tired at 3 in the afternoon. Like, and it's like, well, because I'm a dumbass and I'm eating stupid stuff and not giving my body what it needs. My body's like telling me, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? Like, so.
See, for me, I try and do that, and I tell myself, oh, instead of buying the soda, I'll drink a naked juice, and that's me being healthy. But you're right here, what you're talking about shows that that's not really enough, so to say, because there's so much more you can do, like pinpointing.
For sure.
Like you mentioned earlier to me about how much sugar like fruit even has. Like even had to cut out that.
It's
like,
crazy. It's crazy because I love fruit and everybody loves fruit. Like who? Like you think you're like, oh, I'm so healthy.
I know.
But it's like mainly water and sugar. So it's just like it tastes so good and it's natural and it is natural sugars which are better for you. But like I can't be eating that shit every day either.
Yeah, definitely.
So vegetables and greens, leafy greens and broccoli, and then just like a meat of some sort, like some sort of protein. Cheeses are alright too, even though I'm not a dairy fan, just because like that kind of clogs me up.
Yeah,
So,
I hate milk, but I love cheese.
I eat almond milk. I love cheese too, so like the fact that cheese is good for my diet is that helps me. So
okay, so we're gonna transition from your food diet back to your music, which is why I had him on. You know? So let's talk about your music. How did you get into music?
So basically, when I was like 11 years old, 12 years old, I just started. My grandfather had like this keyboard in his basement, and I used to just always like go press on it and just mess around when I was like really young, like 9 or 10, and then he ended up giving it to me and like bringing it over to my house. I ended up like learning how to play some chords and stuff when I was like 11, 12, and I just started like writing songs. Like at first they were like Christian Jesus based, and then like after a while I started writing some like pretty vulgar lyrics. Like my friend Duncan came over and we just like started concocting like some punk rock shit. It was like I think that year I started smoking weed. Like I was like 12 years old. Sorry, Mom. But like I just like had like a bunch of ideas I wanted to make, and like I was really into like punk pop, like Metro Station and all that kind of stuff. And so like we were just jamming out. I had a drum set too I got for Christmas. So my friend Duncan would come over and we would just jam out, and I really like started to love music because after we got good, like my sister would bring her friends over and they'd come downstairs and we'd like perform for them, and that was like so exciting. I just knew I wanted to do that one day, like on a larger scale.
And Has there been? Sorry, I interrupted
Yeah,
you.
no, you're good.
Has there ever been a moment where you kind of doubted yourself, or like if this is the path you should take?
Oh, every day, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't doubt yourself, like, then I don't know what you're doing. Like, you have to have that little bit of doubt in your head that gives you the motivation to keep going. Like, if you don't doubt if you don't have, like, that little bit of, like, nah, like, that one dude on your left shoulder that's saying, nah, you can't do that. Because everybody has that little, like, person in the back of their head, even though they don't want to admit it, that's saying, like, definitely. Oh, what if this doesn't work out? Like, what are they thinking about you right now? But, like, that's just motivation for me. I've used that to just be like, this is what that's what they want me to stop, because like that's DJ Khaled, that's what that's what they are.
That's what they are.
For real though, like, and so no jokes, like, so I just said I can't let that stop me. I just think about that.
That's awesome.
I think about it every day, but like I just stay motivated, keep making music, and like I just know in the back of my mind, like, and I'm going the right way.
Yeah, see, that's a cool perspective, because I never thought about that. But like realistically, right? Like fear drives everybody. Yeah, and that's what leads to success in everybody as well. Yeah,
it's like,
a great mindset to have.
If you didn't have fear, you wouldn't be staying alive. Like,
exactly.
If you weren't afraid, like if you were like, if you saw a car coming in the street and you just had no fear and you walked across the street and got hit by the car, like that wouldn't be too fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of use that as just like a drive, motivation.
That's awesome. So, you haven't been putting too much music out lately, but in the past you put out a lot of content, and the last actual project you put out was like a couple years ago, right? Yeah,
I actually, Electric Love was like the first album I had made, and I'm still very proud of that for sure, because that was like a big step in my progression as an artist, and like my songwriting and stuff like that. And so the last year I dropped like a few features. I was on Visa with Solomon, and
saw that one.
That did really well. Thanks everybody who listened to that. And then I was also on like LAX with Johnny and Kyle, and that song is really big. And thank you guys, everybody. Johnny and Kyle, thank you for putting me on that. I appreciate you guys a lot. Love you guys. And and so and then I've just been cooking, dude. Like, I went through this phase of trying to figure out what sound I wanted to make. I started making a bunch of music that, like, I thought people wanted to hear. Yeah. But it wasn't what I wanted to make. Gotcha. And it wasn't fun to me. I was, like, getting to a point where it wasn't fun. Mm-hmm. And I, like, took a few breaks in between making music, like, of a month or two. Like in between, like a few times, but I've racked up a bunch of music, and I promise that shit is coming very soon, because I have some fire. I know if you follow me on Instagram, you hear that shit, I got you. I know you guys have been waiting, and I appreciate the people that have been waiting, because like it's like people have to live their life, and like I gotta find some more shit to motivate me and like things to write about. I can't just spit tracks out about nothingness. And that's what's like our entire industry right now is full of. Just like it's the same thing. So I'm not about to just saturate the game more with bullshit. So like when I do put music out, you guys will see why I waited so long. I just wanted you guys to know that for sure. I got you for sure.
And so you've been producing a lot more. So all the tracks that you plan on releasing, are they all produced by you as well? Yeah,
90% are produced by me, and then the others are produced by the homie. His name's Grinder. He's from Atlanta. Just like met him online. Really, really nice guy. Sent me like a bunch of beat packs, and they're super sick. He's super underrated. He's actually like a little bit younger than me, and like he's really gonna be a force for real. Like he's really fucking shit up right now, and we got some really fire stuff coming, like some really good stuff. So just he's the only other person I've been working on shit with, and everything else produced is by me.
So what inspired you to start producing instead of just being an artist who's rapping?
I didn't have anybody making beat. Like nobody wanted to make me beats, and I was I was not about to be the guy going on YouTube for beats anymore.
blah 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 type beat.
Yeah, like I've done that too long.
Yeah.
Like I've done that so many times. Like it's not original at all.
Mhm.
And then like if it does go big, someone might sue you and try and take it offline or like.
Definitely.
I just don't need to deal with any of that. So everything I use is sample free. It's all original like production.
That's awesome.
And it takes me a long time. I mix it all myself too.
Yeah.
And I literally just started doing all that like solely because nobody else wanted to help me out and do
Gotcha.
it. And I was like, well, I'm not about to like sit around for someone else to do it. I'm gonna do it myself. So
you're probably glad that happened though, because now you feel so much more talented as far as you can do whatever you want.
Dude, I feel so much more empowered.
More empowered for sure. Yeah.
Like I feel like I can do whatever. Like I don't think there's any limitations on what I'm doing right now. And I used to like look at these big screens on these studio and like see all these audio files, see all these different programs, be like, how am I ever gonna learn this?
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, and like just studying so much YouTube videos, like
Get
just like
tutorials and
hours, dude,
Yeah.
hours of tutorials and shit. Like so, that's literally how I got like decent at making beats and stuff. So. But yeah, I love it. I love making beats. If I can't make a song, I'm making a beat, and then I usually like make the beat. If the beat's dope and I like it, I'll just like continue and write the lyrics to it. Or just like a lot of the time recently, I haven't even been writing too. So,
really?
Yeah, I'll just like get up there and like usually the first thing that comes to your mind is like what you really want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I'll just let that happen. I'll just like freestyle a little bit, and then once I get like a flow and like some lyrics together, I'll like start to construct the song and stuff. So
I know you tweeted the other day, because originally I was thinking, oh shoot, I wonder if you're still working on making some music. I know I saw some stories and whatnot, but I saw you tweeted like, oh, I'm about to hit that 10,000th hour, you know, like about making the music. Like, oh shoot, okay, it's coming fast.
I mean, I think I'm pretty far away from that, just in relative to other people.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get there for sure. Yeah. And like, I promise, like like all the stuff I'm working on in between is gonna be some fire, and it's all like I'll show you some stuff after.
Oh sure, yes,
sure. Yeah. And like, yeah. So I'm trying to hit that 10,000th hour, but it's definitely like people don't realize how long that actually is. That's a long time to like be working on a craft.
So you've been making music for like 10 years now then?
Yeah, dude. I still have videos like of me when I was like 12 years old.
Oh, that's so
like,
cool.
YouTube, yeah. So like that's when I tweeted. I was like, I've been putting music online for 10 years. Like I ain't stopping now.
Yeah.
Like but it's crazy. Like 10 years is a long time.
So it seems like forever. Like
half my life. Dog.
Yeah.
Like that's so wild. That's so crazy. So yeah, I meant that when I said that for sure.
Yeah, and I want to backtrack a little bit because you're from Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up with Saul Manila.
Yeah, you grew up like a mile down the street from me.
Sure. So tell me a little about your transition to moving to LA and what that was like.
So like I moved out of Maryland 2 summers ago with my friend Duncan.
Okay, and the same one that you were back in the basement making beats with? Okay,
so
that's so cool.
Full circle.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so basically we drove across the country in his Mini Cooper.
You drove?
Yeah, dude, in a stick shift Mini Cooper.
That must have been a crazy experience.
It was wild. Dude, it was wild.
Any cool stories?
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so basically we started off and we went to Michigan first. My sister lives in Michigan.
Okay.
And so we like chilled around Detroit for like a few days. And then from there we went to Chicago. I have friends in Chicago.
Okay.
Shout out Rob. Shout out Clay. Shout out Bill. Who else am I missing? Shout out everybody. Matt, shout out Matt. But anyway, yeah, so I stayed in Chicago, made a music video with the homies there, and then we were like, all right, well, let's just camp the rest of the way. So
shoot, like so in your car kind of camp or?
No, like we had tents and stuff.
Oh, okay, literally tents.
I'll tell you about a story after this, like that'll give you some like pretense to me camping, because that's funny. But so yeah, we were like, we'll camp. We had some tents and like some sleeping bags, and we were like, fuck it, let's just like fuck motels and like doing all that shit. So we basically drove from Chicago. It was like 4 a.m, all the way, into Colorado, and it was like 6 o'clock at night. We were like, let's just find somewhere to like pitch a tent. Fuck that.
No, you're good. You're good.
And it's Bulletproof Coffee. Shout out, sponsor me. But yeah. So basically, we found this little spot near this creek, and we pitched a tent. We made some spaghetti, which was retarded. I don't know why we made spaghetti. That was so dumb.
I was not expecting you to say that.
The most robust smelling thing like you could ever do in the wild. And so we're right next to this lake, and when you're in like the wilderness or like out camping, you're supposed to burn every piece of food after you eat it. You're not supposed to have any food near like where you're camping.
Yeah.
You're supposed to at least have it like a half mile, quarter mile away.
Oh,
and
shoot.
so us just being like really exhausted and dumb, and I was probably really high, and we just like walked like a quarter mile down this like stream we were at and rinsed off all our dishes. And so that was like so stupid because like an hour later it got dark. It was like 9 o'clock. We both like crawled in our tents, and we were like laying there. I was like about to fall asleep, and he was like talking on the phone to his girlfriend, and I just hear this like "Ooh," and it's like side note, I like lived in the wilderness for 9 weeks one time and like around like like in the real wilderness in New York.
Okay.
And so I'll tell you about that in a second. And so basically I was like, all right, well that's not a dog, that's a coyote, or something larger. It sounded a little larger. Coyotes kind of screech a little bit. And so I was like, okay, well I'll just ignore that. It was kind of distant. And then like a minute later I heard another one from like a different direction.
Yeah.
Like from like Duncan's side, and I was like, okay, well that's strange. And then I hear like a few of them in unison howling. And I'm like, okay, Duncan, do you hear that? And he's like, yeah, I hear that. And I was like, you know that's not dogs. Because like we were out there. Like we were in the middle of nowhere.
How close to you were you to your car?
Like probably 100 yards, 150 yards, but it was pitch black.
Yeah.
And this is wolf country, as we later found out. Like we're in the plains of Colorado, like this is straight wolf country. And so we hear a few more, and we're like, all right, fuck this dog. Like they're getting closer. Like we start hearing them getting closer. So we're like, all right, we're out of here. So we're trying to like pack up our pitch tents already. Like tent, you know how, I don't know if you've ever like seen a tent, but like it's not too easy to just like compact together.
It takes time.
Yeah, so like we're like trying to like take it apart and like stuff it all in these bags, and like it's pitch black. We can't see anything. All I have is my phone light, and it's not helping at all. I have like blankets and all this shit, and we're like, all right, we're gonna have to just like go sleep in the car or like something. And so we like, our adrenaline's like rushing because these motherfuckers are still howling. And so we're like, I took a trip to the car, like ran over, like he ran over by himself. I was like, oh shit, like I'm not about to be out here by myself. Like ran behind him to get in the car, and then we got all our stuff in, and we were like, we are so like hyped up. We were just like, dude, let's just dip. And I think I made a comment. I was like, we could get to LA by Thursday. I think it was like Tuesday night. I was like, we can get to LA by Thursday if we left now. So we literally left there, drove across the country.
Without any sleep?
Without any sleep.
Oh my gosh.
We took 2 hours of sleep in this like random canyon in Utah. We
That's
like
crazy.
drove into this canyon. It was insane.
At least it was summer, so you didn't need to worry
video.
about weather too much.
Yeah, the weather was insane, dude. Like sunset, we saw the sunrise like in Utah over these canyons, dude. It was pink. Like it was incredible. Like I want to go back there for sure.
So I'm curious, what do you do on those long drives? Like, are there any games you play specifically? Like, I know me and my friends, like, we do like this thing where you
bong rips. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, no, but yeah, I just listen to hella music.
Okay.
Actually, Frank Ocean's Blonde dropped the day we left.
Okay.
And that's actually like my favorite album.
So that was that anthem of the whole road trip.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That album is so amazing, and it just like it literally was the perfect backdrop for our drive and the scenery we saw.
Me and my friends, when we do like any kind of road trip, like nothing to that extent, you know, it would be like to San Fran or something. We'll play like instrumentals and just try and freestyle the whole way there.
Yeah.
And like not something that keeps me awake and everything, but I wanted to know, like, from like what other things people do.
Dude, it was tough for
Because
sure.
it must get so boring.
We were cramped because like I said, we were in a PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
Like, and we had like our lives stuffed in the back of that thing, and so we were literally had like not much like leg space at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just literally like not even playing. Like I was taking dabs, like going down the road and just like listening to a lot of music. That's literally passes the time. And I think we listened to like some podcasts.
Too bad I wasn't around. You could listen to me.
I know.
Nah.
Yeah, but as far as podcasts go, shout out Joe Rogan.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's killing it.
Shout out him.
Is he like the number one most viewed?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. We're back. You talked about your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Joe Rogan one.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. Listen to Flagrant 2, Assholes Up. If you watch that show, you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
It's like it's with Andrew Schultz and like a couple other comedians.
Okay.
It's like a sports talk podcast, but they also talk about just like random shit. Most of the time, it's not sports. It's just funny because Andrew Schultz is.
Yeah, I listen
hilarious.
to. Are you really into sports?
I'm into college football and I'm into like hockey and like especially hockey right now.
Gotcha. Okay, see, because
Caps, go Caps. Fuck the Penguins.
I'm not into hockey really. But like I went to my first hockey game when I went to New York this spring, and it was like Islanders versus the Tampa Bay team, the Lightning.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's good.
It's like $5 ticket, and Lightning was,
Damn.
and then they were good, but it was in Brooklyn, so it was like that's why it was cheap.
$5 ticket, dude.
I had no idea there was like two halftime breaks kind of thing. I was like, yo, what am I gonna do all this time?
It's 3 periods.
I had no idea that's how it worked. I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Yeah. Hockey is really cool.
So you're really into hockey then?
Yeah, but I used to play like roller hockey and like I played
okay.
ice hockey for like a year or two. So, and my dad played hockey like for a long time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like that podcast, and then Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, and then the Joe Budden podcast I listen to. Also, a skateboard podcast, The 9 Club. I listen to that a lot.
And do you listen to it every? Like, how do you choose what you listen to every day? You listen to all of it every single day, or?
Dude, I listen to, like, if I'm driving, like, I'll listen to a podcast. Like,
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll listen to music. Like, I listen to music all the time, so that's when I like podcasts. Because I can just, like,
and
I learn something, too. Like, I've been doing it for a long time now, so I'm glad I've learned a lot from podcasts.
It keeps you, like, entertained, too. Like, I do road trips to, like, Arizona every once in a while, and, I listened to like the whole First Take ESPN interview with Stephen A. Smith, and like that's like 2 hour like podcast. Like, okay, that's like 1/3 of the way there. Like,
I listen to some ESPN stuff, like some Bleacher Report. Podcast too.
I think podcasts are just amazing because like
it's knowledge and stuff.
Especially in traffic in LA, like you kind of need to listen to some podcasts.
Yes,
because you get so tired of any music you listen to.
Anybody else bitching about their traffic anywhere else, it's not anywhere as bad as here. I promise you.
The thing is, when you live here too, you tend to think, oh, it's not even that bad. Like, you start planning around the traffic. Like, this is normal. Like, oh, 2 hours, okay, I'll leave here this time. And
exactly.
Like, you don't even think of it as traffic. It's just like, it is what it is.
Right.
Which is kind of interesting. I never thought it would be that way when I moved out here.
It's my worst. It's like my least favorite part of living out here, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Especially how things are so spread apart, but they're still close because of freeways. But still,
I'm used to driving like 20 minutes to get to my friend's house because like where I lived, it was like a pretty small town, but like everything was spread apart.
Yeah,
everybody had like a lot of land and stuff, so that's normal for me to drive a little bit. But like the fact that I have to go like for 35 minutes to go 3 miles is ridiculous, dude.
Do you know a town named like Rockwell or something? I'm not sure. It might be like DC more so.
Yeah, Rockville.
Rockville, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is that close to where you were? No.
It's like near where like my dad grew up. And my
because I know my sister and her boyfriend both live in that kind of area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So I wanted to ask you about that because you mentioned living in the wilderness for like 9 weeks.
Yeah. So like when I was
like that's not a normal thing. So like, I had to like bring that up again.
For sure.
Sure, everyone's like, wait, what?
So, like, if you know me, you know the story, but basically, I was like a bad little kid in ninth grade. I
Okay.
guess I was just like a piece of shit, like just doing stupid stuff, sneaking out and like doing drugs, and just like my parents were like really worried. My mom was really, both my parents. I won't
Yeah.
just put it on my mom, but I love you, mom. And so basically, my parents decided to send me to this like boot camp type thing.
Okay.
It was like supposed to be like a boot camp, therapeutic, but like that shit was hell, dog. Like
Yeah.
that shit was no therapy. And so basically, I wake up one night at like 2 in the morning, and there's like these two big dudes in my room, and they're just like, "All right, you got to come with us, like we're taking you to New York."
That's crazy. Do you think?
Or no, they didn't even tell me where I was going.
Do you think you were getting kidnapped at the time?
My mom was like at the door, like
Oh, okay.
crying, like, "You're
Oh,
gonna go
shoot.
with that?" I was like, "I ain't going with you. Get the fuck out of my room!" Like, I was like, "I need to put some clothes on, bro. Like, I don't even have any clothes on right now. You're just barging in my room at 2:30 in the morning."
How old were you?
I was like, 15.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah, I was
crazy.
15, and so yeah, they like, I left my house, nothing but my like hoodie on my back, and they literally like took me all the way to the airport and like flew me, like they literally had to like walk me through the airport like a prisoner and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like I got on the plane, and then they flew me to New York and drove me to like the fucking wilderness, like 4 miles north. They didn't tell me
Gotcha.
where we were going or anything, but I got there and they like gave me like this jumpsuit, and we like hiked like 10 miles a day, like had like rations. We had to like eat just like shit food,
Yeah.
like lentils at night, and I slept under like a tarp and like in a little like bug bivvy, which is like a bug net, so you don't get like attacked by mosquitoes. And that's
Okay.
literally I
Okay.
just slept on a mat on the ground like every night for
That's crazy.
9 weeks. Took one shower a week.
Did you like think, like, looking back, was that a good experience you had? Or?
Like if I need to survive, like
Yeah.
I can, and I love the outdoors and the wilderness. So
Yeah.
like I learned a lot. Like I can like if I ever get like in a fucked up situation, I need to like, and I get lost on a hike or something like
Yeah.
that, I can definitely make my way like
Yeah, that's
out
cool.
and like figure it out. But
Were you-
yeah,
Were you like have like resentment at your mom when you got back home?
I
Like,
super did.
yeah,
she
I
did.
bet. Yeah, like
And she was like real like upset about it, and like upset that I was just blaming her because like my dad wasn't really saying much about it.
yeah,
And then like through all that, like it even like just kind of fucked me up even more because it was like similar time to when they like split up too. It
Oh,
was like
shit.
high school, so
Yeah.
it was like kind of a shitty time.
yeah.
And so like I was just like I started just like I came back and just got back all into the same shit I was doing. So like but yeah, so
Damn.
but yeah, that was it was a cool experience.
I mean,
now I know how to like start fires in the wilderness
It
and
definitely saved you in your whole coyote situation.
like, yeah, for sure, dude. I'm like I plan on like getting a lot better at like camping situations.
Yeah, I think that's a good habit to have, to be able to understand what you're doing in case
Yeah,
anything
for
ever
sure.
happens. You know,
Yeah.
like I went camping like at Coachella, and like that's nowhere near the same thing.
Mhm.
But I didn't even know how to put up a tent up. I was like, yo, I need to camp more so I know what I'm doing. I have to put
Yeah.
a freaking tent. Like,
Yeah,
this is so
definitely.
funny.
I feel you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a little more. What do you have any other hobbies besides music? I mean, I'm assuming skateboarding is one of them.
Yeah, I skate. Snowboarding is a big one.
Okay.
I love snowboarding.
Do you go to Mountain High or you go to Big Bear?
Big Bear.
Big Bear, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to have like a season pass there next year,
Dude, yeah.
so I can get up there like at least once a week for sure. Because
It's not worth it if you don't have a season pass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I literally grew up like snowboarding. My dad got me into it pretty early,
Yeah.
and I would go a bunch, like 30 days a year and
That's
stuff
awesome.
like that. Like honestly, it was either music or snowboarding. I was
That's pretty cool.
I was like about to pursue that and stuff, but like actually the homie Red Gerard, like who won the Olympics this year, like
Uh-huh.
in snowboarding, I like went to like snowboard camp with him
Oh shoot.
in like the summertime of like 2013 or something
That's
like that.
crazy.
Yeah, and so it's insane, like thinking like, damn, I wonder what I would have done
What
going
could've
down
been-
that
yeah,
path.
yeah.
But it's cool. I love music, and
Uh-huh.
I still like. I'm planning on like really getting back into snowboarding
Yeah.
like this coming year, just because it's a good way to stay in shape and I just love it. There's nothing like it.
That's like your own lane, because I can't name any other rapper who's like seriously into snowboarding.
I
You know
love
what I
it,
mean?
man.
Yeah.
I just like, I love being outdoors and just like hiking and exploring nature and stuff like that. Like I really want to get up to Lake Tahoe and like Yosemite this year. Just like get out there.
And sorry, now I'm transferring back to the music.
No, you're good.
I'm going back and forth,
Yeah, for sure.
When do you think you're going to be dropping a lot of the music you've been making? So yeah, they have to make like a guesstimate. It is May now. It's May. Wow, May 4th.
Shit, dude. Shit. Yeah, honestly.
Wow.
June.
Oh
month.
shit! Wow. Okay, that's a lot faster. Yeah.
Yeah, I think next month, middle of the month, there's gonna be the first song comes out, and then I'm just gonna start rapid fire, just like every week dropping a new one.
Cool.
At least for like the first month, and then just push those as hard as I can.
Okay. Any features?
No features.
Okay.
No features.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, no features.
That should be exciting.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for everybody to hear this stuff, because literally only me and like a handful of people have heard it, and I'm just excited to share it with some people. It's definitely like progressed from my old stuff.
Yeah.
So I think everyone will like it a lot.
Awesome. And I want to ask you one more thing. Like, what are your goals for the rest of 2018 now? Obviously your project, but besides the project, what else would you say?
Goals for 2018. Drop a few music videos. I'm gonna link up with my homie Chase. He's always running around with Ferg, so like he's not out here too much. But once he comes out here, I'm gonna get him to shoot me a video, because I have some songs ready.
That's dope.
Shout out the homie, because Guru Blue actually is his Instagram. That's the new company too. Shout out to you, Chase, because
he did one of your. I know music video talking about. He did the last one.
Yeah, I've known him since day one.
Yeah.
Hef linked him with me and him, and shout out to Hef too, because I wouldn't be here without Hef, honestly. Yeah, Hef helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So shout out to you guys.
Well, awesome, man. It was great talking to you and getting to know you more. I mean, your experiences are like unlike anything I've ever heard so far. Interviewing people, like the whole wilderness situation, like that's crazy.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm looking forward to hearing your new stuff coming soon, and I'm sure your fans are as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on here.
For sure. Thanks, guys.
This has been the Paint the Picture podcast.